All right. Next counter is an IT counter, which is TCS. This question is from P. Shivnanda, who's writing in from Karnataka. They bought it at a price of 3,957 rupees. Not much of a profit there, but this from a short to medium term perspective. Brajesh, for somebody holding TCS, should you continue holding on to it? What's the short term view on this one?
Yeah, definitely. I think even the TCS and even the sector, IT sector is looking positive. So we had the pick, we had TCS as one of our pick. So I believe the immediate high, the closer to 4,200 mark, that should be the immediate upside. So as long till we don't see this 4,200, I don't think we need to get panic. The view is much higher above 4,200 mark, but at this point, I believe we should be waiting for 4,200 to be retested, and I believe that will be seen in next 1 or 2 weeks.
Shahina, I think it's worth discussing the IT space today, considering it's the biggest gainer among sectors today. For something like a TCS and even IT as a space, how are you seeing this play out? We've seen a bit of, in the US, you've seen the numbers kind of slowing down in terms of labor markets. Do you think, from a longer term perspective, how will this year look like? How will the next year look like for IT stocks in India?
Well, I think while IT services are going to be impacted in terms of overall growth because we are seeing the US markets seeing a slowdown. So in terms of overall growth top line, it is likely to show maybe single digits or low higher double digit growth. But at the same time, I think over the last year, most of the companies have increased their deal wins. So to that extent, I think the first half may be a bit of a consolidation. But I believe that with margins expanding over the year, maybe this could be a time when you can start bottom fishing and stocks like Infosys, TCS, HCL Tech, and some of the smaller ones also in the in the mid cap range like Birla Soft. I think the work that they're doing is likely to see give you a decent return as an investor over the 1 to 2 year time frame. So one can hold this as defensive. You can keep adding them at intervals like more like an SIP and hold it for the longer term.
All right. Next counter is ISA Small Finance Bank. Now we have two viewers talking about this counter. First one is Asit, who's writing in from Kerala. This is a longer term question, and they hold from the levels of 64. It's currently trading below that price. Shahina, do you have coverage on this counter? And if yes, would you suggest holding on to this counter, considering this seems to be in a bit of a downtrend, has given negative returns? And I'll come to the short-term query in just a bit.
I think it will be better to exit from the stock because one is, of course, as we mentioned, that there is increased competition. Two is the numbers are deteriorating. It's a small cap company, a small cap finance company. So I think it's better to exit. There are better stocks available in the same space.
And could you maybe name a few that you're constructive on?
Well, you have Geo Finance actually that tops the list, which has everything going for it for the medium to longer term. Of course, Sundaram Finance also looks good if you're looking at the NBFC space, and if you're looking at the banks, yeah. But I would say that banks are better to wait post budget. Let's see what the government brings in terms of policy changes for banks, because we are hearing that there could be certain loan waivers that would come in. So I think this is not the perfect time to get into banks or NBFCs. Yeah, these are some of the stocks, but look at it post budget.